Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today, I want to speak to you from a very sincere place, almost like an open letter, not addressed to an actor, but to his mother. Mrs. Gould and Yaman, this is not just a complaint from a disappointed fan. It is an alarm call from someone who has seen how your son, Khan Yaman, is slowly fading away. Khan is not the same. There is nothing left of that disciplined, hardworking, respectful young man with clear principles and a clean gaze. That man who inspired trust both on and off screen. Today, we see him surrounded by artificial relationships, a life made of plastic smiles and empty events. He's no longer the silent hero of the people, but someone trapped in a world that doesn't belong to him. And it hurts to see him this way, because it wasn't always like this. All of Turkey was proud of Khan, especially during the years of Pájaro Soñadora. His dedication, his energy, his talent, they were authentic. But suddenly, everything changed. He distanced himself from the Turkish media, became distant from his family, moved to Italy. A coincidence? I don't think so. Since then, his personal life has become more news than his artistic achievements. His public presence has become more superficial, and his romantic choices seem to come from a poorly written script. And behind all of this, there is a woman. A woman who doesn't love him, doesn't respect him, who manipulates and isolates him. She has no acting training, no artistic career, and not even the respect someone accompanying an actor of his caliber deserves. That woman is not a partner. She is a shadow that dims his light. And here is where you, Mrs. Goulden, come in. You who raised him with values, who knows the tone of his soul, cannot remain silent. He needs to hear your voice. Even though he may be distant or even upset today, his heart still recognizes yours. No one, like a mother, can awaken the son who has lost his way. Today, Khan promotes a new series, but his gaze is empty. His body language doesn't lie. He looks tired, disconnected, and the public feels it. Because this Khan is not the one we loved. We fell in love with his authenticity, his struggle, his character, not with this version lost between luxuries, parties, and false smiles. If no one stops him now, his fall will not just be that of an actor, but it will be the loss of a symbol, a reference, a national pride. Mrs. Goulden, the time to speak is now. Perhaps your voice is the only one capable of breaking this spell. Perhaps by looking him in the eyes, you can say that phrase we all long to hear. Son, you weren't like this. And maybe in that instant, he will cry. And with those tears, he will take away the masks that no longer belong to him. Because the truest mirror of a man will always be his mother. And that mirror must speak today. I'll be honest, Demet Özdemir is a figure that generates controversy, and while many have opposing opinions about her, there is something that cannot be ignored. She has managed to stand firm in the face of scandal, criticism, and constant exposure. Some label her as insensitive, as someone who didn't truly love Khan, even accusing her of using him. But I don't share that view. In my eyes, she is a woman who chose to walk away when she realized that the relationship was being consumed by pride, appearances, and clashing egos. I've read many harsh comments about her. They mock her, call her cold, accuse her of being artificial for improving her physical appearance. But when did we stop valuing emotional authenticity in favor of spectacle? Why is it expected that a woman must publicly break down to prove that she had real feelings? Is crying in front of cameras more sincere than remaining silent with dignity? While Khan remains at the center of rumors, Demet has chosen the path of silence, and that, far from being indifference, seems to me a sign of maturity. She hasn't sought the spotlight through drama. She hasn't made any statements or fueled empty headlines. While her name circulated on social media, she kept working, betting on her career and her peace of mind. That attitude, to me, speaks of an inner greatness that few understand. Today, they are no longer together, and honestly, I doubt she wants to look back. What they lived through is in the past, like a story that had its natural end. Maybe to many they were a dream couple, but life doesn't always resemble a soap opera. Sometimes the love most celebrated in public is also the one that disappoints the most privately. She knew how to let go, and that takes courage. Many still dream of seeing her return to Kanyaman, but that's more about our projections than her reality. We cling to what they represented, to the chemistry we saw on screen, without accepting that real feelings don't always match what we desire. Demet has followed her path. Maybe it wasn't the one we expected, but it's the one that's allowed her to grow and become stronger. And if now she shares her life with someone else, if she appears serene, if her face reflects tranquility, then I'm happy for her. It's not fair to keep judging her through the lens of a love that no longer forms part of her present. While Khan is forgiven for everything, Demet is asked for too much. He can make mistakes without consequences. She is expected to be perfect. The same old story. When a woman takes control of her life, she becomes the target of reproach. For my part, I deeply respect her ability to stay on her feet, to not give explanations to those who don't deserve them, to move forward without seeking approval. Whatever is said about her physical appearance or her attitude, she has built a solid career and shown more character than many expected. She doesn't need to go back to the past. All she needs is to continue being true to herself. And if anyone still believes she lost something valuable by distancing herself from Kanyaman, maybe they haven't understood anything, because some losses are in reality liberations.